NoName has dropped the first new song of 2019. It's called Song 31, and it's the first song we're hearing after her awesome, critically acclaimed album, Room 25. Now, Song 31 is beautifully composed, and it has NoName's awesome rapping and a little bit more of an aggressive style, fused with the structure of the song, which has these beautiful vocal harmonizing melodies of like ooh, ooh, that kind of resemble a wave of sorts that seems to be like pushing against the sands, and as it's pushing against the sands, NoName talks around it or talks with it. And the only time it really does become truly powerful or seems to take over is during the chorus, and then after that, when the song fades, that's the only other time that it really becomes the main character of the song. But here it seems that NoName is working in tandem with this, and the nice little drums in the background do help as well. But basically, NoName and the vocal harmony here, they work in tandem. Neither is trying to necessarily overtake the other, and it works so well because it feels as though it's sort of like this battle of like NoName is battling things. I mean, one of my favorite lines that I heard on here is shadow boxing the government so they can put the leash down. It already sounds like a losing battle because you're not really battling the government, and they have the most control, like they have the leash. And it's just crazy to think about that, especially in a world where apathy is one of the biggest factors in any failure to overcome something. Apathy can definitely ruin someone's entire life, let alone ruin billions of other lives, because when people don't feel as though a problem necessarily applies to them, then they're not as likely to try and fight for others who are dealing with the same problems. You don't really care until it hits home. Trying to get people to care before it hits home is the key factor. Other things that NoName talks about battling with is personal struggles and the fact that her pain is her profit, and it's hard to really quantify that when people don't necessarily understand that, or they feel as though pop songs should be the thing that she focuses on, and because her style is so different, then she shouldn't get as much acclaim. But that's definitely not the case, as staying within your own lane and being unique and embracing what makes you special, especially musically, gives you an edge over the people that follow the sometimes rigid structure of pop music. With NoName talking about the fact that the labels are backing her, but she's still selling tickets, she's embracing herself in this way, saying that it doesn't matter if I'm getting supported by them, because independently people are messing with me. Because no matter what, even if a label did back her, if she wasn't entertaining, if she didn't have a unique rap style, if she wasn't able to spit bars, if she wasn't able to have the skill and dexterity of a wonderful rapper slash musician, then it wouldn't matter. The labels backing her would have no effect. NoName is growing into her own as an independent person. She's not afraid of the reception that she may get, because she knows that there are a lot of people that mess with her stuff, and even if they didn't, she has enough strength in herself. I think that's the coolest thing here, is that she's displaying that even though life is kind of like these waves crashing onto our shore and causing these problems and bringing these things that may stress us out, we can always just continue to keep moving forward. Another line that she talks about is hoping like that the laughter is enough, and that's just another way of trying to cope with the things that may not be the easiest to deal with. Her talking about how laughter helps is just pretty much reminiscent of any time we go to our friends or our family or people that we love, we go to them to just forget about the world sometimes. Sometimes it's just easier. And what makes this line beautiful too is that before that, she talked about basically being in the desert with a turtleneck on. So you're already sweating like so many different things. And sometimes being like just chilling somewhere with your friends really can help you. Chilling with like people you care about can really help you deal with those scenarios that may be weighing you down. Sometimes all you just need is some time away, and it's nice to have time stop for a while. And obviously you can't always be on vacation, but in life, enjoying yourself and having those moments away from the stressors is definitely key to being able to feel powerful and being able to face those things head on, because sometimes if you try to carry them on your back constantly and you don't give yourself any kind of time to step away from that, then you'll burn out. And I think everyone has a flame of some sorts that they don't want to see petered out because they got too caught up in all the stressors. So obviously song 31 is something I'm already hyped about and I really enjoyed, and I'm just excited to see where NoName goes from here. This definitely does feel like a continuation from Room 25, and this feels like it could have been on Room 25 in the style of like the jazz and the very smooth tones that this one carries. It definitely could have fit right in. However, I understand why, because maybe thematically, while it's talking about stuff that NoName dealt with, she might have felt that story-wise or plot-wise, this necessarily wasn't something that would have fit for that. Overall though, song 31 is a wonderful song and it really does ring in 2019 well. I'm excited to see what NoName drops next, as well as all the other artists, and this was a nice welcome to 2019. 31. Well, this guy says numbers don't necessarily define us as much as they give us a measurement for what we deal with, but the most important thing is that we keep working, and regardless of those numbers and regardless of how slow or fast they may go by, we just got to keep going. So don't give up, always have faith, keep having